So post lunch, okay, so I'm not going to bore you a lot, or hopefully keep you energized enough to go to the next 20 minutes or so. I only have 3 slides for you. Okay, so not much, but we will be talking a lot, or I will be covering a lot of items over there. Aligning to the institutions, the topic over here, as to how should institutes be aligning to the new skills, or what they should be doing, okay, and what is that the industry is expecting them to do. That's the topic. All right, so let's start. A word of apologies beforehand if I may say something which offends anybody. So please take that as just part of the speaker and nothing as personal or anything like that. So, who am I? So, I'm an electronics graduate, all right, who did a PG diploma in computer applications, and then I got my first job in healthcare industry. Now, see the dilemma in the 3 bullet points itself: electronics, computers, healthcare. Okay, then I did a BG diploma in business administration also. Okay, because I got some ceilings and all, and then I needed to advance my career. Then I moved into banking industry. Banking, finance, somewhat linked, right? But was I really doing what I learned? Up for discussion points. Then I did a project management professional course. Okay, so I became a PMP, industry certified, everything. And then I moved to the IT industry, wherein I am currently working as a global head for managed services within Virtusa. Keep these bullets in mind because I will come back to you, come back to this slide as we move along. Now, as I was preparing for this session, something caught my eye. I don't know if how many of you have actually read the TOI yesterday, but this article appeared in the TOI yesterday. 1 in 10 engineering grads are going to land a job this year. That's very hard hitting. Okay, if you will tell somebody that, okay, you know what, one of the 10 of you is going to get it, it's not a good number. But what you will see is, it's even worse than that. See the fine print. The fine print is less than half of freshers are ready for a job. Now, what is the problem over here? You guys are the one who are building it up, right? So why is it? Why is it that not more than 50% of the people are not job ready? What is it the problem? So that's what I was thinking. And then I put together the next slide, wherein I will try from my own angle, saying that, okay, hey, what the institution should be doing, can do in order to improve the quality of the resources and making sure that they are more employable as when they come to the corporate world. So going with that. So what can institutions do? First thing, instill learning attitude. This is where I wanted you to take back to the first slide that I showed you, who am I? If you see, the learning has been happening throughout my career. And that's the only way in which you can grow. If you were to talk to me when I was passing out 12th grade, okay, when I was in school, higher secondary, senior secondary and all, my aim was to join Air Force. I wanted to be a fighter pilot. And then I was like, boss, after 12th, I am done studying. I'm clearing my NDA. I'm going to go into that piece. They will teach me whatever they want to teach me about avionics, aeroplane and all, and that's about it. I'm not doing anything else. Didn't happen. Then I say, okay, let me do graduation. After graduation, I will go. With the thought process, my studies is done. I'm not learning anymore. And by how wrong I was. And there was nobody at that point in time to tell me that, hey, that's not the right way of doing it. But somehow, for whatever reasons and, internal motivations and everything, kept on studying, kept on reading more, kept on learning more. And that is what has got me to where I am right now. This is what you as an institute need to instill. Make sure that people and the students are inclined to learning. Nobody should come out of the fact that I have done my graduation, I have done my engineering, so now it is good. I don't have to study anything. Even if thinking that, okay, I do not have to study anything for the next year or two, that's a wrong thought process. Please take this message to every student. Internalize this to them. Every day they have to learn something new because then only they can be competitive. Then only they will get the one job out of 10 that are out there in the market. Nurture creativity. out of box thinking. There was some article that I was reading last week. The jobs, the Gen AI coming into knowledge, a lot of questions coming in that, hey, they will take away my jobs. But the point is, the AI, Gen AI and all also, will take away your rudimentary job. The creativity part of it, thinking outside the box, that is not somebody can take away from you. If you even look into and do some study of the people who are actually, get higher pay packages. Okay, they get like a 2 crore pay package and whatnot. What is that they are doing differently? They are coming from the same institute wherein a person gets about a salary of about 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, and this guy is getting like about 5, 7 times of it. The difference is this creativity. The person has actually gone ahead and created something new product, which the industry, the company has realized the potential of it. They can take it to the market and make maybe 200 crores out of it. That's the reason why they're willing to pay 2 crores to that individual today. So creativity, out of box thinking, is again something that you should be including in the curriculum itself. Allow them to experiment. And you should be continuously updating your curriculum. Okay, what I have seen is, and this is my personal experience, we decide a curriculum. Okay, we say that okay, these are the 4 or 5 subjects that we will study, and then you will continue to go on, do that for the next 5 years or 6 years. My suggestion to you is, every time a first year student comes in, the curriculum has to be changed. It needs to be updated to the latest trends, and not only the latest trend, you should be looking into 2, 3 years ahead. How many of you have really set up something as a tech radar in your institutes? Show me a hand. Tech radar, wherein you are aggressively and proactively looking as to what are the emerging technologies. So I come into an engineering college today. I will clear it up after 4 years. But what is relevant in the market today, will it be relevant in 4 years from now? Right? If that is not the case, then you are teaching somebody stale data. And then the person will not be job ready, because when you come out, I will be talking about A when you're talking about Z. So that's the difference. So continuously update curriculum. Keep on doing it. Don't just say that, okay, hey, I have defined this curriculum. It's good for next 7 years, 5 years and all. No. Every year you need to review it. Communication skills. This, I think, is one of the least focused areas, but the most important area. We went to the colleges very recently, okay, and this is data that I got today. We, as part of our recruitment drive, went to various colleges across our, southern region and all, and we gave them just simple communication test. Imagine how many of people really scored the bare minimum passing marks. Any ideas? 50%, 60%? How many of you think 50 to 60%? Sorry? See, he's very close. 18%. 1/8. If 18% of people can barely clear the communication test, imagine what will happen. Because this is just the written test, hearing test. Now they have to come and appear for interview. So when they sit down in front of me and talk to me, I'm pretty sure out of those 18%, we will figure out only maybe 1 or 2%. So if you look into that angle, that 1 in 10 looks better, right? That looks better. But that is only when you apply or you get yourself to the interview stage. In interview, totally something different happen. So please focus. It doesn't matter which stream you are in. You must have a communications subject. Need to have it. Make sure people know what to talk, how to talk, grammatically correct, when to use which preposition, when not. That has to be taught. Have your Toastmaster clubs. Introduce those in the colleges. People should come in. And don't make it as voluntary. Make sure everybody goes through it. And everybody has a chance to come on this side of the stage and deliver some notes, keynotes and all, so that they get the confidence. that this is what I need to do. Overall personality development. Communication is one part of it. Second part is how confident can you be? What is it? How you get down or let down in front of somebody who is senior or whatever. So how do you do that? Overall personality development, your body language part of it, your confidence, how do you research, how do you talk to the people, how do you approach to people? This again has to be there because I have seen very, very intelligent people fail because of this. I can be a brilliant student, I can be a brilliant person with great ideas, but if I cannot present those ideas in a manner that the person listening to it is receiving and understanding it, how good is that idea? It's useless because I cannot convince anybody. And everybody has to convince somebody or the other. Nobody just walks in and says, "Boss, I need $100 million," and then people are ready to just give it to you. No, they need convincing. How do you convince? What is the difference between a simple manager and a manager in a startup? This 2 points is the difference. The startup manager will be more adverse, more well versed with the communication part of it, and it will come across as a total package. Okay, because that's what he's selling. Allowed to experiment and challenge. Okay, this is important. When I was studying, right, so when I was in college, it was more like, okay, there was no focus on application and inferences of it. You study something, and then at the end of the day, you have to just come out and say that what you have studied, just rewrite it in the exams, and then on basis of that, you will get your scores. We need to change that. It's really understanding as to how you have understood the concepts, what is it that you're taking up with, how do you inference this, and challenge your status quo. Why it is what it is. And I'm telling you, this is my personal experience. Again, most of the professors and teachers don't like it. Right? I know when I was doing my PG DBA, and we have PG DBA, I once had a very bad interaction with my professor because I didn't agree with what he was saying. And I had proofs of saying that okay, what he was saying was not correct. Oh boy, did he not like it? He was like, "Boss, you are failing." So that attitude has to change. Okay, you need to allow people to experiment. Challenge the theories that you're teaching them. Okay, because who knows, they may come up with something new. The theories which have been written ages ago, decades ago, may not be relevant today. What made sense for me doesn't make sense for my kids. Okay, I was happy to wait in a queue for 10 minutes also to get something. Nowadays, the Gen Z or generation, if you take more than 1 second, they're like, "Boss, sorry, I'm moving to something else." That's the piece, right? So what applied over there doesn't apply over here. Take again the Maslow's hierarchy. Basic needs, right? Now, show of hands again, how many of people in the room, your children, have the basic challenges in the Maslow's hierarchy? Do they have to worry about the food on the table? Do they have to worry about the shelter? We have provided it to them already. So that's not where they are starting. They're starting in the middle of that Maslow's hierarchy wherein they're talking about something that engages them. So if you go on and give them something regular stuff, they're not interested. And then we say, "Oh, kids are not engaging enough. They're not coming to it. They don't understand," stuff like that. So allow them to experiment and challenge. This is the last point, okay? We need to change faculty mindset and approach. The faculty of today need to be embracing that yes, they can be wrong. All right? And they can learn something from the teacher, from the students also. Because in my career, okay, in my organization, I'm not a faculty, I'm a manager. So I'm even worse in that case, if I may use the word. Right? Because for me, it's directly related to your performance, your pay packages, everything. So the people are very, very scared to talk to me like that. But if I don't allow this, I cannot do everything. There are new freshers, okay, the fresh college grads and all, who understand certain items better than me. It's my job to realize it and make use of it as to how do I use it, and then how do I propagate it further for the betterment of the whole organization. That is what your professors, your teachers, your deans and all should be focusing also. So if somebody comes up and say, this guy is having an attitude problem because he doesn't listen to me, he's always challenging me or she's always challenging to me, you should be actually happy that somebody is using brains, right? Rather than that, because that somebody is going to use using brains will be the one of the 10 who will get the job. Other 9 will not. Trust me, they will not get the job. So that's about it from my side. Okay, or maybe yeah. Engage industry experts as guest lecturers. Last bullet point. This again is very important. Okay, you need to make sure that the real practitioners are coming in and delivering certain parts of the lectures or some guest lectures to the organization, to your students, be it on any of the aspects, be it on AI, be it on your project management, be it in HR, anything. But you need to have that connect. Let the real practitioner come and tell them how the reality looks like. Okay, because again, okay, this is the quote from my professor in my PGDBA. Okay, it's like, and please don't get me wrong, please don't get offended with this. It's a quote from him. He said that teacher's experience says, if a teacher says I'm 17 years of experience, it's like 1 year of experience multiplied by 17. It's not 17 years of experience. What you learned in the first year, okay, this is how I should do the algorithm, this is how you should do it. You have been teaching the same algorithm for 17 years, so you're not increasing your experience. Okay, you're not. You're just repeating that experience that you got from the first year. You need to change that. And how do you change that is by bringing in industry experts. Maybe rotate your professors out. Say that, okay, every 4 years you have to get into the corporate world, upskill yourself and come back again, and then only you're eligible for teaching. Otherwise, you're not eligible for teaching. In the project management, in the PMP and in your medical domains also, you have this professional units, okay, certified professional units, CPUs and all that stuff, that every professional has to attain over a 2-year period or a 3-year period. The reason for this, and then only their license is renewed or their certification is renewed. Otherwise, your license is valid, is done with. It becomes void. The reason why they do it is because it forces people to upskill themselves. Imagine a doctor way back in 1980s was doing a heart surgery, and the same doctor is supposed to do a heart surgery today. That doctor will be out of his depth. Okay, because he or she will not know what is this operation theater looks like. It's completely changed. Same is the case with your automotive industry. Okay, same is the case with your tire puncture guy. Have you realized that? Okay, when 10 years ago, if I had to get the puncture done on my car tire, the guy will take out the full wheel, put it over there, they will do water splitting and all, and then say, well, boss, I have to take it out, everything, and then put it up. Nowadays, nothing like that happens. It just spills the water on it, figures out this is where it is, there is an instrument, puts in, cuts out, 5 minutes, your puncture is done. Imagine that. So they have to upscale. We are talking about engineering grads over here. So continuous improvement, continuous learning is very important. And you can get into your system by engaging industry experts, the way that you have invited us over here. Imagine what Nitish can do in that one single slide. You saw the deck. That's huge. That's full of information, full of knowledge. Every slide can be a chapter in itself. That's the amount. And then how many of you are really getting it? That's another question. How do you get it? By this corporate collaboration with the academia. So that's it from my side. That's the last point. Thanks for your time. Thanks for listening to me. I hope it was useful.